We are in Tel Aviv, November 4th, 1995. The night is electric, vibrating with the cheers of 100,000 Israelis. The man you are seeing is Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. He is perhaps at his happiest moments. He doesn't know it yet, but this is his final minutes before he's brutally murdered. The applause is about to turn to screams. This extraordinary moment, this celebration of peace, is about to become the backdrop for his assassination. Only hours earlier, security was in doubt. Rabin's organizers weren't sure anyone would come, but they were wrong. A staggering 100,000 to 200,000 people flooded the square. It was the largest peace rally in Israeli history. A massive security detail, to 200 marksmen on rooftops, police helicopters hovering. But for once, the mood was not fear. It was pure, unfiltered joy. The people were splashing water, dancing, waving flags. They were here for peace, and they were here for him. He was deeply encouraged by this massive vote of confidence. But the joy of this night was built against a background of pure hate. Just a month earlier, the streets had witnessed the largest anti-Rabin, right-wing rally in history. The mood was toxic. Extremists held up posters of Rabin in a Nazi SS uniform, calling him a traitor, chanting death threats. The rhetoric was relentless. The leader of the opposition, Benjamin Netanyahu, stood on the balcony overlooking this hateful scene. While he denies incitement, his presence legitimized the venom. The accusation from his camp was simple and terrifying. By dealing with Arafat, Rabin was a murderer of his own people. The source of this rage lay 2 years earlier, on the White House lawn, a moment Rabin himself had sworn would never happen. Rabin was a career general, a pillar of Israeli security. For decades, his arch-enemy was Yasser Arafat, leader of the PLO, a man he regarded as a terrorist with the blood of Israelis on his hands. But President Bill Clinton and the secret Oslo Accords convinced Rabin that peace was impossible without talking to the enemy. As Arafat reached out, the general hesitated. For a split second, history held its breath. He shook the hand, and in that reluctant, 2-second gesture, Rabin shattered a lifetime of doctrine and separated the fates of the Israelis and Palestinians forever. It was an act of brutal pragmatism that cost him his life. Now, back to Tel Aviv. November 4th. This rally was Rabin's defiant answer to the hate. He joins the crowd in a final song, a song for peace. He doesn't know the words by heart. He holds a sheet of paper. This peace anthem is his final sound. He embraces Shimon Peres, his old rival and new partner. He poses for final photos with the event organizers. The celebration is done. The general takes his final walk toward the unmarked car. He is steps from safety. At 9:40 p.m., the assassin, Yigal Amir, approaches from behind. 3 gunshots ring out. Rabin is hit. His bodyguard is also struck, but manages to shove the Prime Minister inside the car. He is immediately rushed to hospital by his driver, unconscious.
Truly shocking news from the Middle East tonight. Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin has been assassinated.
Contradictory rumors flood the square. No one knows if he's injured or dead. The rally dissolves into panic. The sign says, "Bibi, Rabin's blood is in your hands."
An assassin has taken yet another world leader away from us. It was
At 10 p.m., his wife, Leah, arrives at the hospital. The nation holds its breath. At 11:02, Yitzhak Rabin is declared dead. The news shatters the nation. The peace rally is in shreds. Outside, the supporters who sang for peace now weep for its future. They scream in disbelief. The price of peace was the life of its greatest champion. President Clinton broke the news on TV days later.
I admired him, and I loved him very much. Because words cannot express my true feelings, let me just say, Shalom, Haver.
The world gathered to mourn. Yitzhak Rabin's funeral was a historic, monumental event, attended by over 80 world leaders. President Bill Clinton delivered a tearful eulogy, praising Rabin as a brave soldier and a true peacemaker. He spoke for the free world when he concluded with the words that echoed around the globe. Shalom, Shaver. Goodbye, friend. King Hussein of Jordan, Rabin's new peace partner, spoke of Rabin as a brother, mourning the loss of a man who opened the door to a new destiny for the region. In a final, heartbreaking tribute at the graveside, the song for peace was read aloud by a circle of his friends. Among them was the singer, Miri Aloni, who had sung it with him just before his death. The most moving tribute came from his granddaughter.
תסלחו לי שאני לא רוצה לדבר על השלום, אני רוצה לדבר על סבא שלי. משיירת מלאכי שמיים שמלווים אותך עכשיו, אני מבקשת שישמרו עליך. ושישמרו עליך טוב, כי אתה ראוי למשמר שכזה. אנחנו אוהבים אותך סבא תמיד.
"30 years have passed since those 3 shots rang out in the square. Today, the site is called Rabin Square. A small monument of jagged stones marks the spot where he fell, symbolizing the rupture in the soul of the nation. History often asks, what if? What if those 3 bullets had missed? Would the Middle East look different today? Would the walls be lower? Would the song for peace still be sung with hope instead of irony? The assassination didn't just take a man. It stalled a movement. The Oslo Accords withered. The trust that Rabin and Arafat had built, however fragile, evaporated. The general who turned into a peacemaker proved that it takes more courage to make peace than it does to make war. In the end, the security detail that night was a masterclass in looking busy. 200 marksmen on the roofs, helicopters overhead, and a fortress of police, all to be defeated by a law student with a pistol and the kind of relaxed perimeter that would make a mall security guard blush. It turns out, when everyone is looking for a suicide bomber from Gaza, nobody notices the local kid in the parking lot who looks like he's just waiting for an Uber that hasn't been invented yet. And then there's the political evolution. Benjamin Netanyahu, the man who stood on that 1995 balcony watching the Rabin in a Nazi uniform parade, went on to have a career so long it makes the Egyptian pharaohs look like temporary interns. He spent the last 3 decades insisting he had nothing to do with the toxic atmosphere, which is a bit like standing next to a bonfire with a gas can and claiming you were just there to check the humidity. Comment down below your take on Rabin and subscribe for more.